Hello, Sagittarius. Elsie here with a bonus read. How are you, my friends? My fire family. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Look, I'm just way behind on the bonus reads, so give me a break. I know that you will because you're like that. And I'm just here to say thank you, as I am going to for all of the signs. Thank you so much for all the ways you've been loving on me, y'all. I appreciate you so much. And let's look at what's going on. So you know that when I do a bonus read, if you've been here before, that I read for the current or the future energy, I try not to touch on anything back there. Look, if it shows up, I'm going to acknowledge it. It's my job. It's my job. But I'm not going to spend any time back there, okay? Because you guys know that I just want you moving onward and upward. All right. And listen, if you want a private read, if you're interested in that, and those shenanigans, we've been having so much fun. Me and the Sagittarius is on the phone. Actually, all the signs. But yeah, if you're interested, please look in the pinned comment. All right. Let's find out what's going on for Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. All right, cards are popping, but they're not quite coming out of the deck. We've got the Knight. The Knight of Wands. Tell me more about the Knight. Something's moving quickly here. We've got the Magician. There's something that yeah, it almost feels like something's racing towards you here, Sag. But it's illusionary. I'm going to say, like, there's a curtain and you can't see it, but you can feel it. It feels like something is charging at you here. Oh, what's that? Hang on. Charlie's playing with my pictures in my head here. Oh, it's I'm looking at a stagecoach, you know, that they used to have back in the dusty old cowboy days, and it's actually wobbling as it's going across the prairie. It's like it's like one of the wheels is wobbling. What is that about? Oh, the Knight. The Knight is not stable. The Knight, it can be a little wobbly because they're moving kind of quickly here. We've got the Hanged Man energy. It's all in perspective. It's all a matter of perspective, Charlie just said. It's all a matter of perspective. What is going on here? Tell me about this. If you've never been here before, yes, I talk to myself. I have a guide. His name's Charlie. At least that's what I say to cover up for the fact that I might be crazy. Maybe I'm just a Sag rising. Could be that. Okay. We've got the Three of Cups. Look, this is something that's really happy. This is something that is celebratory. Yeah. Who's it celebratory to? Charlie just said, boy, he's really talking to me today. But to who, he said. So the Three of Cups is here. This could be reunion. I'm just saying, this could be somebody who's coming in for a reunion, somebody who's a fire sign maybe, an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Oh boy. But it's a matter of perspective. Oh, that'd be something that the Knight of Wands would say, right? Well, from your point of view, maybe it looked that way, but I didn't mean to hurt you. I feel like there is a lot of pain here. I feel like you've already released the pain, to be honest. I feel like whatever happened here, you've already released the pain. I feel like there is somebody here who doesn't believe that you're still not interested in them. Like, it feels like you're not interested in them. The Hanged Man is here. You've already gotten a perspective on your pain, and I feel like you've released it. The Ten of Swords is about the release. You've released the illusion. I really think that there was somebody here that really had you caught up in the moment, caught up in the passion. Like, it feels like the Knight of Wands might be a thirst trap kind of person, someone who is beautiful and sexy and made you feel beautiful or sexy. It feels like this person wants a reunion, but it feels like you've already come to a place where you've gotten perspective on the whole thing and you've sacrificed everything. Like, you've cut this person loose already. Because you've realized that what you thought this was not what it was. That this person was coming in for passion and they weren't giving you much. This is somebody who's a page. So this is a person who wasn't giving you much of their time, effort, energy, but they were coming in for passion. But they weren't staying. Like, they weren't somebody who was taking you out. This was like a friends with benefits situation is what it was. It was like a situationship I'm probably talking about, but I think you've since released it, and you may have released it back in Pisces season, like back in February, maybe February or around March, January, February. February, yeah, I guess February. You probably, at the beginning of the year, you probably already released this, and you've probably already gone through the stages of pain because you realize that this person was only giving you little bits and pieces of their time. Tell me why the Magician is here. It feels like you realize that this whole thing was an illusion. We've got the Six of Wands, we've got the Empress, and we've got the Hierophant. So I feel like your energy is likely to be the Empress energy. I feel like you gave them, I feel like you were ready to settle down, is what it feels like. That you thought that you were going to help this person heal after they had gone through some type of dark night of the soul. I feel like you're a person who has wisdom. So you might be a little bit older. Or a person who has gone through a lot in your life. So it feels like you have wisdom and balance and stability, and you're beautiful or handsome. You take care of yourself, your body. It's like when you walk into a room, you shift the energy. I feel like you were ready to jump into a commitment with this person, but they kept you on the line, is what it feels like, because the illusion is here with the Hierophant. So the illusion that they gave you was, yeah, I'm here. I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to, this is headed for a commitment of some sort. But I don't think that's what happened, because the Ten of Swords is here. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened with the Ten of Swords here. I think you've already released this. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Queen of Cups. Two of Cups and Six of Swords. So I feel like you let them go. I don't think that I don't think that this is a matter of them ghosting. I think that you released them. I think that I think that you cut them out. So the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that they weren't working on this. They weren't working on the emotions. They weren't trying to deepen the connection. It feels like this is somebody who was really quick. How can I say quick? What does that mean? They were somebody who sort of came in and out of your life quickly. So they were a person who maybe didn't spend a lot of time with you. You put in a lot of effort. They put in very little effort. You were working at trying to deepen the connection. They were not. It feels like you ended up bonding to them. And I think that you probably are the person who realized the chaos of the whole situation. I think that the pain here is that you were trying to be flexible, allowing this person to come in and out of your life as they wanted, because I think that you were thinking, well, this connection is deepening. It's got to be deepening. We got to be forming a bond of some sort. But I don't think that that's what happened here. No, I don't think that they were willing to work on whatever it took to deepen the bond here. And I feel like you were trying to be flexible with this person and letting them in and out, letting them be free, letting them, just wander about and then come back whenever they wanted to, until you just couldn't take it anymore. It feels like the Queen of Swords tells me you liberated yourself from a situation, and you were just very honest with them. So you might have said to them, look, what is going on here? Are things going to change? What's going on here? Tell me what the truth of the situation is. And I think you got a perspective that you didn't want to get, but I think that it was too painful that you kept falling deeper and deeper in love with this person. And for them, it was just Knight of Wands stuff. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. See, there was I think you finally reached a perspective, and the reason that you released them or let them go or sacrificed this connection was because there was a block in front of the Ten of Pentacles. This person had no intention of making this a permanent relationship, or showing their feelings, or falling in love, or being romantic. I feel like it was one-sided. Tell me who this person is and why are they doing this. I feel like this person's coming back in. I'm sorry, y'all, but I like to try and stay away from the people coming back from the past crap. I really don't like that because my intention is not to make you wait. You should never wait. I don't think you did, honestly. I think you've already released this. But this person, I'm going to tell you that they're on the way back, and I feel like they do want a happy reunion with you, but they haven't grown up. They still aren't really ready to offer you anything. I feel like since they've been gone that you've had a glow up. And I feel like you now understand that that was never a viable connection for you. This person is going to come to you and tell you that they want to heal the situation. The Ten of Cups is here, that they're incredibly happy to see you and that they would like to see you more. I feel like they're going to tell you, oh, now I'm making an investment. Now I'm really coming in with a solid offer of happiness, a solid offer of healing, a solid offer of wish fulfillment. They're going to tell you that you are their wish fulfillment. And you know what? I think with the star here, I think they're telling the truth. I really do. But right? I feel like they now are finally ready to invest in you, but I feel, Sagittarius, that you've already released the whole situation. Yeah. Is this a safe connection? For those of you who are interested in reconnecting, is this a safe connection? Would this go into something that is long-term? What's going on here? We've got the Death card. We've got the Six of Cups and we've got the Six of Pentacles. So it starts out with them giving you reciprocal energy and reminding you of all the things and the time you've spent together and the nostalgia, and we're soulmates and probably have known each other in another life. Tell me about the Death card. I don't like that the Death card is here next to the Three of Cups. Tell me what the Death card is. Five of Pentacles, Chariot, Temperance. I just don't think that they're going to give you enough attention, time. I honestly feel that this person is hard up for cash. It feels like they haven't really disciplined their spending. It feels like they are still living in lack. The Temperance card tells me that they really are trying to find balance, happiness, and stability in their life. They're trying to use their losses. They're trying to transmute their losses into wins. I feel like this person does want victory with you, honestly and truthfully, and they're really happy to see you honestly and truthfully, but I feel like they're trying to change. The thing is this, you're not a hospital for people who need to be healed. Please understand that. Whether you're the masculine or the feminine, this person is coming to the Empress, whether you're the masculine or feminine Empress, they're coming to the Empress for healing. And you're not the hospital for people who won't heal themselves. I feel like this person hasn't changed much since they saw you last. And they do want to change, but they don't know how. So they're coming to you to ask you, how do I change? What's your response? Oh boy. Listen, I'm going to tell you that some of you are going to let them in. And if you want to, that's cool. You're confident that they've changed. But listen, the devil is here with the Seven of Wands in the reverse. If you do end up flexible and letting them back in, it ends up being a codependent connection. I feel like somebody here is wanting all of it and not have to put really anything into it. I think that part hasn't really changed, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think you're still dealing in page energy here. This person is emotionally hurt. They do want to change, but they don't know how. They're probably going to tell you that. This person wants to know how to be an emperor. I feel like they want to know how to be an emperor. They want to change. They're going to tell you that. They want to change in order to be someone who's like you, who has wisdom, who is stable. Teach me how. But like, where are you putting your time is up to you. Like, I feel like there is change here, and it feels like this could be a destined connection, and that there is change, and that they do want to change. And I think that they're going to tell you that. But, this is what we've got here on the bottom of the deck. We've got secrets. We've got the moon energy. Things aren't as they seem, and the Five of Cups is here. So I'm going to say, make your decision, decide what you're going to do, pick your poison. I feel like this person really does want to level up, but I don't think they're there yet. I haven't seen any kings, have I? Nope, I haven't seen any kings. So they want to be an emperor, but I think they're coming in as a page, and they haven't really done the work that they need to do in order to be able to get the wisdom of the kings. And I feel that they want you to help them out by giving them reciprocal energy, because they're going to be like, but we're soulmates. And you probably are. I'm just saying, we have lots of soulmates, right? We initiate those things before we come here. I feel like this is a soulmate. This is probably a past life connection. But I feel like they could also crash and burn you if you get partway into the lesson and they decide that it's too hard to become the emperor. They do want to change. They're going to tell you that. But I feel like this ends up being a codependent connection, and they're codependent on you, but you're the one with the stability, the security. You're the one with the money. You're the one that's stable. They could crash and burn this whole thing. Be careful, because I feel like you're dealing with someone who's quite immature and who hasn't learned their lessons. I'll just leave it right there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. Sagittarius, you got to make your choices, man. We all do. And either way, right? Either way, it depends. It really depends. I'm not going to go any further into the reading, but we do have an emperor and an empress here. Somebody does want to change, but it's totally up to you. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys, and I'll be back again because I'm always back. See you then. Bye-bye.